Queens, we're going to have a great record.
Yeah.
You tell them.
Get it. Oh, and on that note, I feel
We are gonna have a good
We are gonna have a good record. Hi, and welcome back to Twinhood with me, Maisie Peters, and
Ellen Peters.
woo.
I feel like that's just every time. It's just a woo.
Woo. What, do you want to change the noise?
No, it's fine. The noise
Yay.
is fine. It's either a woo or a yay.
Yay! Or maybe we could do a yippee.
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 Hooray.
Hooray! That's a classic in this house. Hooray! Ellen, you came down the stairs. I was already sat here, and you went, "Do you think this outfit looks too country?" And I went, "What? Like yeehaw?" And you went, "Yeah." And I went, "No, I actually think it looks French." And that is all the dualities of womanhood.
It's giving boho chic.
Those are the two genders, country and French.
Yeah, a girl's got to work out. I came in literally like a raspberry, and it took me I still don't think I've fully
De-raspberried. Yeah, you do like to raspberry up at the gym. I've never seen such shade.
Yeah, but look at me. Just went to the gym.
Look at me, just silence. Yeah, you might be the best girl in the whole wide world.
I think I might be the best girl in the whole wide world.
For going to the gym
What do you
today
mean
on a Monday.
I worked a 9 to 5 and went to the gym and am now sat on the sofa filming
Twinhood
a
sofa.
podcast for free.
For free. Well, don't lie, Ellen, because we went to the cinema last weekend, and you made me buy all your treats. You made me buy your first treats in the corner shop, and then we got to the cinema, and you went, popcorn, and you made me buy your popcorn and your drink, and you said, "This is my payment for Twinhood.
This is my salary.
This is my salary." And I went, "What about mine?" And she said, "You don't get one."
She gets brand awareness.
I get brand awareness. Your fee. Thank God for that.
Yeah, what do you mean? It's a cinema. I can't go in without popcorn.
No, of course not. I would never let you go without popcorn.
No.
I mean, your boyfriend was right there, and where was he? He was sat meters away, eyes down.
Yeah, he was just not even engaging in that.
Ellen, that might be our first double date
That's crazy.
outside of the house.
It was a very nonchalant, casual, just sliding in there kind of double date.
We didn't plan it, but we went to the cinema with both of our boyfriends.
Yeah, because it was a Friday, and my favorite activity ever is the cinema, and that's a bold claim, but I really think it might be because you feel you lose track of time in there. It's perfect wholesome activity, but it still feels like you're going out
And you've done something. You've achieved something.
you've achieved something.
I also think there's something to be said for the fact that it's only mega screen, and you can't be doing small screen, medium screen, mega. Do you know what I mean? You can't be on your small screen.
I love it so much because it's so understimulating.
Yeah, because you're not allowed
You're
to
just
do
in
the
a
other
black
screens.
box.
And no one can talk to you.
And I can't go on my phone.
And you can't go on your phone. It's like your do not disturb setting, but it's the whole room.
The do not disturb experience.
Yeah, 3 hours long.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense.
That actually does make a lot of sense. I need to
Yeah.
be taking you there more often.
No, honestly, I love it. And it's the perfect thing for a Friday because after a week of work, I always feel the need. It's I have to do something on the Friday because otherwise it's just I'm just going to sit here another Tuesday evening. No, I want to go out. But I don't want to go out because I want to be able to enjoy my weekend. So then
It's the perfect middle ground.
the cinema, and we have a really good one close to us. It's got really comfy seats. And my boyfriend doesn't really like TV series, but he can do a film and the cinema. And it's very rare we have films that
you both want to see.
But The Roses,
Which is what we went to see.
was actually one that I feel is good for both the girlies and the boys.
Well, my boyfriend infamously hates two things: films about divorce and unhappy endings. So
That was quite a tough film for him to watch.
He was pretty traumatized by The Roses. I kept looking over being like, he's not liking this.
Why are both? Because my boyfriend also hates he infamously said to my mum how he can't watch Love Island because it's too stressful to watch.
What, couples arguing?
Yeah. And it's it makes him feel too anxious and sad because he's I never want that to be me. Why are both our boyfriends afraid of...
They're just afraid of losing us, Ellen, because we're so powerful.
So true. They can't have any type of media that's
potential you could lose your girlfriend.
There's obviously like the whole premise of the film is that they're like an arguing couple.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my boyfriend a couple times. He was just like, so sad.
I felt like there were sections of the film that we could both really relate to. My section of the film that felt very relevant to my relationship was Benedict Cumberbatch, like a big part of his character, is that he becomes a stay-at-home dad with the children, and he basically turns them into like little protein powder athletes. And I was like, I'm literally seeing my future before my eyes. Like, my boyfriend's always trying to make us take creatine.
See, Olivia Colman's character was a chef, and I was like, oh my God, crazy woman and chef.
Yeah, it's the perfect marriage.
This is me. And it was just like us like loving our sweet treats, and then like Benedict Cumberbatch's character.
Yeah, he's always trying to stop them having sugar. Like, why is that literally us? My boyfriend tries to take out all the sweet treats, and I throw a fit.
Or Maisie when she tries to have a treat before dinner.
And you and my boyfriend both go, no treats before dinner.
Any MP3 updates you want to give them?
Well, what can I say to the cousins? Oof, what can I say?
I feel like you're about to be busy.
Let's just say we're all about to be busy. What was our joke about the Summer I Turn Pretty 11-year-olds making edits? Guys, I'm going to need you to step the fuck up soon. I'm going to need you to lock in.
You really, really missed a trick, like not releasing your music.
During the Summer I Turn Pretty.
I already know, like, there's at least 3 I could soundtrack to.
Well, do you know, I actually don't think I ever told you this, but before, it must have been a while ago, it must have been a year ago, before this season of Summer I Turn Pretty, they reached out to...
I hate when she does things like this. I literally hate it.
No, I don't think they just reached out to me. I'm sure they reached out to lots of people, but it was like, do you have any music that is relevant for
She
Summer I
honestly
Turn
gives
Pretty?
me the most jaw-dropping news, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. But Ellen, you'll like this. So they asked my team, like, does Maisie have any songs that could be relevant? And I'm sure they're asking everyone that. They're not just asking me that. And I was like, hold my bag. And then people kept trying to suggest to me songs. So people in my team suggested this one song of mine, which is sort of, let's just say, sort of more British countryside. And I was like, guys, if you know anything about anything, you know they're by a beach. So why are you suggesting me songs about woods? Take it out. And so I sent in...
You know who that would be good for? My Life at the Water Boys.
Oh, My Life at the Water Boys and Summer I Turn Pretty. Please, I need a sync deal. Please. It would make Ellen literally think I was the coolest sister in the world.
I would be the happiest girl in the whole wide world. I bet you're not going to let me include this, but on Saturday, I screamed. I jumped from the sofa because I had seen no other than the Conrad's real life girlfriend, Isabel, literally made a video with Maisie's song in the background. And I was just like, you know, as you do, like I was kind of stalking her, like going back to like 2024. And I literally screamed. I ran up to Maisie. I was like, you are going to die. Like,
I said, Ellen, you're scaring me. What has happened?
Like, there is now... We are like so close to Conrad. We're like one step away.
In a normal way, in a sort of like non-intrusive, non-weird way.
And I was saying, why can't we get Isabel on the podcast? Because obviously she likes your music. And Maisie said no, because that'd be weird and parasocial. Why can't a girl just like Isabel? And like, I wouldn't be weird. I'd just be like, your boyfriend's daddy.
No. So, no. Isabel, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Let's just say... I might let you keep this in the podcast, but we're keeping it in the audio only. I am not having this as a cut down. And I will say, Isabel or any of your friends, if you're listening, first of all...
Come on the podcast.
No. First of all, thank you so much for being a fan and for streaming. We always appreciate it. The roof over our head appreciates it too. And yeah, we just want to say that we're big fans. And my sister, especially over here, is a big
Maisie's trying to act all cool. But like at the end of the day, we are just girls. We are just girls waiting every Wednesday to get my fix of Belly and Conrad.
Well, that's you. But I am a normal girl too, of course.
I hate when you do this because it's like you go, it's like you know, like pick me, choose me, love me.
I'm not pick me, choose me, love meing. I just haven't actually seen the Summer I Turn
Pretty. You are
Pretty.
pick me, choose me, love me.
But I've only seen the most recent episode. I've only seen one.
Yeah, but it's the fact you haven't watched the others and you're
But how can that be? What? Because I've not watched the Summer I Turn Pretty.
But honestly, guys, give a count to every time on the podcast. She's like, okay, so I haven't actually watched The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Well, forgive me for getting involved. Forgive me for striking up.
So Maisie has told me that the VMAs have apparently happened. That's cool.
Are you across those in any way?
I think I scrolled down and saw Sabrina Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
She looked cool. And Ariana Grande won Best Supporting Actress. Oh, no.
At the VMA. Got a couple of questions about that. Let's just maybe loop back to Sabrine's. Ellen, I actually am intrigued if you know, obviously she's released her new album recently. Sabrina Carpenter has.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you must have heard some of the music just like through your...
I've heard like bits. I haven't...
Do you know how Tears goes? The lead single right now.
Goodbye.
No, so that's the difference.
Loving me for life.
No, so that's a different song, and that was an interesting
Guys, the
interpolation.
ADHD in me is like a whole album to listen to is like way too much commitment for me. Like I just can't sit down and listen to a whole thing for that long.
Okay, what about if I just start it? It goes, I get
At the thought of you,
be in a
da 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 da.
treated me like you're...
Da, 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 da.
So nothing there.
I know like the tune.
Tears run down my...
I don't know.
No, you really don't know.
You went to the VMAs.
I did go to the VMAs.
I'm not just planting that in. How were the VMAs, Queen?
So just to recap, for anyone who remembers, for the girls who were there, I did go to the VMAs with Ed Sheeran.
You know what I remember is you were in a Versace dress.
I was in a Versace dress. I'm pretty sure Madonna wore the dress before, and I was the second person to wear it. And
Let me guess, I had to take the cup size down.
Ellen, don't touch.
Or no pointy implants were added.
No pointy implants. No, I didn't have pointy implants at my first VMAs. Thank you very much. But I went. I was with Ed Sheeran. I was a baby. It was right when my first album came out.
So jealous.
Were you? That is the sort of thing you'd be jealous of.
Yeah.
Maybe next time I can be the Ed Sheeran and you can be the Maisie Peters, and I can bring you, let you loose on that red carpet. Ooh, shivers. I wore the dress. I did the red carpet with him, and you know who I met on the VMA's red carpet? Avril Lavigne, Queen, or whoever that is. What do they call her? Melissa.
Yeah. God,
I met Avril Lavigne or Melissa.
That is a niche part of my brain.
Yeah, I just unlocked something deep within. And then later on in the night, Ed Sheeran did like a little, like an after party at a dive bar. And I, that night, did meet for the first time. I met Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello, and Jack Harlow.
Oh my
God. What a
God.
lineup of 2021 that would have
Am
been.
I like, is this from like, am I like making this up or is this real? Were you not convinced that Jack Harlow flirted with you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I chatted to him.
I thought there was a flirty exchange with Jack Harlow.
Oh my God, I wish.
No, because I feel like there was, and you picked this boy over Jack Harlow.
I did bring a boy to the after party, but
And where is that boy now?
I don't want to talk about it.
There's one thing like getting your friends to meet like a situationship that like it goes wrong and they never see him again, and it's another that you got
To introduce your situationship to Ed Sheeran.
Sheeran.
No. No, sometimes you take
Are
it a
you
bit
not
too
embarrassed?
far.
I'd be so
Are
embarrassed.
you not embarrassed?
You should be embarrassed.
Listen.
That is like an older sister rite of passage. I do need to call you out on bringing your situationship to meet Ed Sheeran.
Listen, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. It comforts me to know that he has that forever in like Two Truths and a Lie.
Oh my God.
That can be his Two Truths and a Lie forever, which, you know what? Godspeed, good for him.
That makes me feel better about my boyfriend situationship playing Monopoly with you.
Yeah, at least he wasn't playing Monopoly with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was like, I remember you telling me, yeah, I could have gone to this like after party with like Jack Harlow, Shawn Mendes, but no, I was with my situationship.
No, I just did maybe one simultaneously better and worse was I brought the situationship to the function.
Oh, you bought the situationship
Yeah,
to the function.
Yeah. But I will say the function was very fun. Camila Cabello was a literal gem and an angel. And now whenever I see her, I'm always like,
La,
Queen.
la, la.
yeah, exactly like that. That's what she said when I said hi.
Are there any other like behind the scenes secrets from the VMAs?
The red carpet was very stressful. They always are. People are just yelling at you. Ellen, imagine how overstimulated you would be if you were. I'm going to paint the picture. So you stand.
Did they know your name?
Yeah. So they go.
But like they wouldn't know my name.
They might learn it for that moment. So basically, you get to a point of the red carpet, and it's got a step and repeat. And you normally have like 3 locations along this piece of carpet, and then the photographers. There's probably like 30, 50 photographers like behind this thing, and you get there. And you do 3 locations. So the first one, then you walk a little bit down the carpet. Second one, walk a little bit down the carpet. Third one. And when you're standing there, you are just being yelled at, being like, Maisie, over here, head up, Maisie, over here, smile, move your leg, twist your leg, twist your
I feel like
twist your
I
neck.
just get angry.
Well, that's Chapel Roan went viral for demanding respect from the photographers, which honestly, good for her. Because it is very overwhelming, and it can be like very scary and unpleasant because you just have people, normally I will say men, just yelling at you, and it's very overwhelming, and especially when you've not really done it
You
before.
were young as well.
I was
when
like
you did
20.
it.
Yeah. And luckily I had Ed with me, and he's obviously the best, and he was just like walking with me on all the things, and we did all the pictures together.
Cousins, I hope you appreciate, like, as the normie here sat on this couch, I always try and think of questions that like
Aww.
you guys would want to know as fellow normies, because like this is just as new to me as it is to you guys.
That's very cute.
Which makes me think, I think we should do a bit of like what they do
Who do?
like on the talk shows, which is let's rate Maisie's
You're just bringing that up now.
fit.
Just search Maisie Peters.
No, I've got it.
Oh, brilliant. Wow, brilliant.
I think that one of these, there was a meme created from the VMAs, and now it's like, it's resurfaced.
Do you have it there?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
pull it
so
up.
funny.
In 3, 2, 1, bing.
Oh my god. Guys, we need to bring that back. Like MP3. Like me when I'm sat waiting like 2-3 years for MP3. Oh my god. Slay mama. She really said leather and red lips.
I actually really stand by my outfit. I think it was very
oh my
cute.
god, go back brown. Look how good that looks.
I
It
do
looks
look
so
good.
good with your skin tone.
Oh, you can't, Ellen, you cannot say that. You're going to lodge yourself too deep in my subconscious.
Oh my god. Slay. Sorry.
That's right. Interlude.
Should we do the same with my prom dress?
Your version of the VMAs was our prom in 2016.
I took it so deadly serious.
Was it 2016 or 2018?
2016.
The way that Ellen committed to prom.
I ate down prom. Like, I'm deadly serious. I, to this day, have pretty much no regrets about my prom look. I'm so glad you asked.
And it's good that you're thinking about those things.
I'm so, like, the dress eats down, like, still to this
Should
day.
we get a little picture on screen?
Yeah, I'll get
Paul?
one of both of us. And, like,
I mean, mine was kind of good as well, to be fair.
you looked good, but I looked better.
There it is. Man, there it is.
For me, prom was everything. Like, you know how hair is everything? Prom was
Before
everything.
hair was everything, prom was everything. Wow, look at us.
We got our hair professionally done.
We did.
I remember we went up to London to pick our prom dresses. And
Did we?
yeah,
I don't think I went to that.
you can't remember our special day.
I can't remember your most special day of your adolescence.
So it all slayed. My one critique of myself was, did I really need to go for like a smoky eye and a red lip? Did I really? Like, that felt a bit unnecessary.
You live, you learn though. Were you not 16 years old?
Yes, but I still judge her. It was unfortunately the era, which I kind of miss, of like the baddie makeup, like the 2016 like cut crease. And I really,
what was it called? Baking.
Yes, I baked.
Oh, did she bake?
It could have gone worse. Like, I am definitely pale in that. Good lord.
I'm going to finish this section by saying, Ellen, you did, I don't know how we got away from this, but you did ask me about MP3.
Yeah.
And I was saying that, yeah, the cousin's going to be locked in soon enough. And that
Maybe at VMAs, I did your way. Let's manifest.
Let's manifest, guys. Right, on the count of 3, we're all going to manifest VMAs for MP3. 3, 2, 1.
Can I be your plus one?
Yes, if you keep manifesting.
Yay. Guys, you heard it here first. I'm going to be the first
But yeah, VMAs, MP3 is firmly underway. I've got a pretty big shoot tomorrow. By the time the cousins are listening to this, the shoot will have been done.
Is it going to rain?
No.
Slay.
Ellen, this week I thought we could talk a bit more about mental health and self-care. Because I feel like as honorary older sisters to our cousins, we should be providing that sort of insight.
We should. 2 important topics.
And we actually did have quite a mental health self-care weekend.
We did.
So
There were the highs and there were the lows. Or actually the lows and then came the highs.
I think we should talk to the cousins a bit about maybe starting off with the lows of the first day of the weekend and how we overcame them together. Because it's quite sweet because Ellen had a bit of a bad mental health day, but then I feel like I was able to really help her, and then by the end of the weekend we'd really flourished and come out of it.
And this is like something from a normie point of view, whether you're in school or whether you're like in a corporate job where it involves you working Monday to Fridays. There is so much beauty in the structure because it is good for you. Like, it means you have a routine, and routines tend to be quite beneficial for most people. But the one thing that does come with that is like an extreme pressure for your weekend to be like the most amazing weekend ever. And like, I always find when I get to Friday, I'm like, what now? Like, oh my God, I need to use this time so wisely, and I need to have the best time. And I, especially with my ADHD and like just having like extremely high expectations and just being incredibly hard on myself.
Yeah.
The weekends are just like a serotonin space to be filled.
And then when sometimes they don't get filled, you experience quite a severe crash.
Or sometimes something happens which just
really sets in motion.
takes the car off the track, as I'd say. And guys, you're going to think this is so silly, but I basically lost a parcel, which in my mind is something very difficult, and it makes me feel very out of control.
And so Ellen lost this parcel, and it was interesting because when she was having a really bad day on the Saturday and was very low, and I was talking to her about it, and I was like, I think for Ellen with her ADHD and her neurodivergence,
I always think of Divergent, the film.
with her neurodivergence, it's hard for you to sort of see things in sometimes the perspective that I could see things in. So like when you lost your parcel, you were extremely low about that.
I can't think of anything.
You can't think of anything
to this
but
day,
that.
guys. I'm still.
It's actually a miracle we're even talking about this. This is the first day where we can speak on it. But I was able to be like, it's really not the end of the world. These things happen. Parcels get lost every day. What was in this parcel was actually, it's not something that was like very special or precious to you. And I was able to sort of like bring a lot of perspective to that, but I think that's because my brain can quite clearly rationalize that into being, that's okay. It's just one thing. Whereas I feel like for you, when something bad happens that disrupts your routine or what you thought was going to happen and shakes your control, it really is just like a bowling ball, and it just knocks lots of pins down.
Yeah, and I think like there's always like a primary issue, which was the parcel being lost. But that then is like a chain reaction to setting off all the secondary. So I'm like, oh my God, I haven't left the house today. I'm so lazy. Like, I have this big thing that like, I feel like I have a terrible sleep routine and I'm really childish. And I think a lot of my insecurities stem from like being seen as childish and not being like, which if you're a psychologist, tell me why. Like, what's wrong with me? Come on, someone have a go. Have a go.
Can I have a go?
But it's like, I think of failure if I think of myself not being like this version of a proper adult. Anywho, the parcel really shook me up, and that got me thinking of like everything, how I hadn't like smashed the weekend.
And lots of negative self-talk. And one thing I was saying that I was sort of finding was that it was hard for you to remember the context of it's just, the parcel's been lost. You were like, and this thing about my life is bad, and this thing about my life is bad, and this thing that I do is bad. And it was really exacerbating those things where I was like, actually, if you remove that from the context, like those are all very separate things, but it just made you think about everything that was possibly bad.
Yeah, it put me in like a doom spiral. And then like it happens in other areas. I stub my toe and then I'm like, oh, I'm so fat and ugly. It's like, which is just like the pain. It's like I have this weird, like,
It really sets you off.
Yeah.
And then you find it quite difficult to put a stop to it and to be like, actually, I'm going to rationalize this. Like, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
yeah, I think like obviously I am, like, you guys know me, like I am very much like a work on myself kind of person. Like I'm very mentally in tuned, but I still think like there's no one's perfect, and like I've got some more work to do. Even now, I know we're sat on the sofa talking about how the parcel, and like it's just a parcel, but in my brain, it's not just like
It's not just a parcel.
it still hurts. I can't, like, I've lost control in that aspect, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, Maisie, you are like an angel neurotypical. Maisie
Aw.
is the
Angel
best neurotypical I know.
Wait, why does that warm my heart? Not being number one neurotypical.
Part of being neurotypical, especially if you're like if your partner's neurodivergent, or your sister or your brother or your best friend or just anyone close to you, is like, first of all, like just recognizing instances, which I don't think really like is something that you can do. It just comes with time and like actually like taking the time to learn about it. And that's like apparently on me, because I have told Maisie every single therapy session I've ever done. But it's also on Maisie for like really absorbing that information and really like seeing it in action, because I don't realize I'm in a spiral. Like I need someone to recognize that, and I think that is actually just the nicest thing you can do. And like a lot of the times, if you're in like quite an emotional spiral, you just need someone to like very clear, like almost like very clearly break it down and be like, this is like almost like scientific.
Be quite objective, maybe.
Be very objective.
And be like, this thing is true, what you're feeling, but it is not, this thing is not true.
Yeah.
And this thing is actually, you don't always feel like that. Like one thing I feel like was good that I was able to say to you was like, Ellen, you don't always feel like this. This is something you feel right now that you felt the past few days, but you're telling yourself, this has always been a problem in my life, and I've always, not wanted to live here, or not wanted to look like this, or not wanted this part of my life. And I was like, I think it's good for someone outside of you to remind you that that's actually just not true. That's just your brain's telling you that. And I literally see you every single day, and I know that's not true.
I think with your neurodivergent and you're in like one of these spirals we're talking about, it's very, very hard to just like not like to just make sense of it. Like it's just this feeling of like fight or flight, like physically, mentally, like I can't really get off the sofa. Like I was just like, oh my god, everything is going wrong.
But then I'd like to shout out, obviously me, number one neurotypical, but also your sweet boyfriend, other number one neurotypical, because I feel like in that moment, another good thing that I've learned from obviously the conversation we've had is that, for example, things that come easier to me and your boyfriend. So like, you'd lost this parcel. I knew that you wanted to find the parcel, but you were just frozen in this state of like deep despair. And so I was like, okay, which actually reminds me of something funny, but I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to start making posters to find your parcel. So I just came downstairs. I knew you wanted to make the posters, but I just knew you were too frozen and you were too upset and you couldn't mobilize yourself. So I sat next to you and I said, Ellen, give me all the information. We're going to make some posters. And your sweet boyfriend gave me his pencil, which cracked. Oh, this leads me on to a good thing. Your sweet boyfriend gave me his pencil case. Now, tell me, does anyone else, cousins, leave below, does anyone else know a man that still has a ruler and a calculator just on hand?
What was the
No, the best one, and this really did lift you out your gloom spiral, to be
This
fair.
did.
This got
It
a
was a
giggle.
shining light.
Yeah, a shining light was. So he has a see-through pencil case, and in it there was a small cellophane bag with a tiny glue stick.
It was like one of those old school penny bags, like the plastic penny bag, and inside was a mini glue stick.
And I honestly, there was giggles.
The thought of my 26-year-old boyfriend getting his mini glue stick out of work. What do you need to glue?
What are you gluing? No, what are you measuring with your 30 centimeter ruler? Where is that going? What is that doing?
Literally a corporate job.
And the real calculator, like
the ones from our
like the ones that you would have had when you were doing your GCSEs. Anyway, that was a shining light in a moment of despair.
That was a good.
But to bring us back, I was helping you do the posters, and your boyfriend was also helping you sort out your guys' wardrobe and clothes upstairs for the summer to winter wardrobe. And I feel like we both just really quickly locked into action stations of like, okay, what practical things can we be doing here to be helpful, whilst also obviously listening to you.
Yeah, you guys are so good at those things. Like, yeah, I'm so impressed. I'm also like another example of like
I'm still on the mini glue stick.
mentally at the mini
It
glue
was
stick.
still, help, I'm still at the mini glue stick.
But another thing is, and this is also a part of like when you have ADHD, you really need a partner that's going to understand you and like not take your worst days for your like for actual face value. Because like the other day I had a bad day. Maisie's boyfriend was sat in my chair. And it's my special work chair. And so like that's so silly, but like in my head I had planned I was going to work from that work chair, and I went downstairs and he was in it. So that like ruined my morning. Love you if you're watching this. But it did. And then I was very hot and overstimulated because I was like, there was nowhere to work in the house and I was having to constantly move. And then I went to cycle in and I got rained on. I literally just got rained on the cycle. And another thing that really annoyed me, because it was just that feeling, like physically, like the rain on me. And I went into the office and I said to my manager, I really think like the next place I move, like I'm just going to move out of London. She was like, okay, so...
Is this because you got rained on? Yes. Is this because Maisie's boyfriend sat in your office chair and you got rained on? Yes or no?
And the next day I was like, it's like you have to do a walk of shame constantly with ADHD. It's like, yeah, I know I said that, but like...
Maybe I didn't super mean that one.
Maybe I didn't super mean that one.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's good to acknowledge. I guess to conclude, I think we can both admit that it wasn't necessarily about the parcel.
No, I think it was about the parcel, but I think me calling myself fat, ugly, and not very boring, and like a kid, like
unable to do life,
that maybe
that wasn't true.
Yeah, but the parcel still
cuts deep.
The parcel is very, very prominent. And guys, I still haven't found it, so brilliant.
Don't mention that. So we've now spoken about your mental health lows, but I feel like it'd be good now to talk about the self-care and how you sort of pulled yourself up out of that. Obviously, we've got the immediate, which was the conversations that we had, and the immediate things that me and your boyfriend did to help. But Sunday, everything really turned around.
It turned a corner. I just had the ultimate rot day.
Oh,
and
music to my ears.
The ultimate rot day for me, it was missing a couple points, but I'll go into that, is I'd been out for drinks on the Saturday. So like I was a tiny bit hungover, but not like actually feeling ill. I was just tired. So I was like, great, that's an excuse as is to rot in bed all day. Like I don't need to do anything. Like I'm a bit hungover. That's perfect.
Reason enough.
I had no plans. And I honestly just rotted in bed all day and watched a TV series. And the perfect part about this TV series was that I'd already watched episode 1. And I was talking to Maisie about how episode 1s are like the worst things ever. Because it's just like you're not emotionally attached. Like there's nothing, you've got to like learn. And like often enough you come from a really good series, you're just like, who are these new people?
These aren't my people.
So I was episode 2, and you know when you like binge and it's just so good and you just lose track of time.
I barely saw you.
And I wasn't on my phone. I was just honestly binging this series and life was good.
Yeah, and you came downstairs halfway through the rot day and you said, I feel so much better. I feel like I've just had time to really be at peace.
I feel like rot days, like I'd feel shameful if I had a rot day on Saturday. something about Sunday or like the thought of, because I'd done something on the Saturday, it entitled me to my rot day.
Also, it was like not that nice weather on the Sunday. Nothing better than a rot day, like when it's raining
this is
or it's
what
a bit cold.
yeah, this is what I was
That
missing.
Chef's kiss.
If it had rained,
Oh.
like a rainy Sunday when you've got no plans, you're on episode 2 and it's a 10-part series.
Goosebumps. I've got goosebumps. You're ascending.
Oh my giddy god.
Well, I also had a version of a rot day.
Yeah, what is your perfect rot day?
My perfect rot day would be, I actually got into a similar vibe where I watched Iron Man 2, and then I was like, wait, best news ever, there's an Iron Man 3. Like, it's kind of the same thing where you don't have to learn new characters.
Yeah.
Like, I just got to watch Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow be sexy again. And so that was kind of a similar ethos, to be honest. Just for the record, loved Iron Man 2, loved Iron Man 1, gave them 5 stars on Letterboxd. Iron Man 3, what the fuck? What the fuck? And that's all I'll say on that. No more to add. So watch the Iron Mans in bed, like sort of, what would be the word? Sort of creep down to the kitchen, get little random assortment of food. Like, I also like the rot day that there is no big meal. Maybe, no, you know what? There was a big meal at the end of the day because you made that good pasta. So
Yeah,
maybe
'cause I've
rot
had-
day, maximum joy is big meal, end of the day, but like rat snacks before.
Yeah,
You know what I
feel
mean?
that. Like both of us just making our way down to the kitchen.
Silently, not interacting. I don't know when you were there. You don't know where I was there. You know that I've actually thought to myself recently, I'm eating a dangerous amount of mini cheddars. Sorry, this is not relevant to anything, but I'm eating so many mini cheddars.
How?
They're my hyperfixation.
I don't buy mini cheddars in the food
I don't.
shop.
I'm ashamed, but I don't want to tell you how many times I'm going to the shop to get some mini cheddars. I don't want to talk about
Oh
it.
my god, Queen, it could be worse. You could be popping to the shop for a Lost Mary and you're really saying, oh my god, the mini cheddars. I think you're fine. I think you're just fine. You can eat the mini
Thanks, Queen.
cheddars.
Thank you for alleviating my wall of shame. My wall of shame is my mini cheddars and my orange Lucozade. My orange Lucozade Sport. Those two things are actually the backbone of MP3. That is what has brought this music to your ears.
Guys, I'm so terrified because whenever she goes on tour, her rider is a thing of nutritional disgrace. It is just like, I went to see you after your like 300-day tour. It was like one of your last dates in Birmingham. And you were like, honestly, you just looked malnourished. And I looked at the rider. I was like, what is this? What is this? There was like a grape. There was some like...
There'd be a whole
crisps.
chicken, but it would have already been ransacked.
Yeah, it's like a rotisserie chicken. But again, that's not a girl dinner. You're not... Maisie Peters is not just getting a rotisserie chicken and like doing like some packet rice.
She's not.
So...
Maybe for the next tour, Ellen, you can be in charge
Yeah,
of the
no,
rider.
I am in...
You're like,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, that's
I
what's
mean-
happening.
Do you reckon you can add tray bakes to riders?
Well, if you're not there, who's making the tray bake?
Each venue has to make a tray bake.
And then we judge them at the end.
Yeah.
We do a tray bake
And you
competition.
could do it based on like the national delicacy.
See, I love that vibe. That might take away a bit from the actual gig that we're all meant to be putting on. If the venue have to make me a whole tray bake, how are my lights going up if they're too busy doing the tray bake?
This is why I need to be there to make the tray bake.
I know. I don't know what I'm going to do when you don't make me dinner and lunch and also breakfast.
Oh, it's going to be a tough life.
I know.
I know we've touched a bit upon like films. So you watched Iron Man. I watched Tell Me Lies. Guys, I've finished the first season. It's actually embarrassing because we film a podcast every week. And in these 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure I've done like 3 different shows. But, you know, I like what I like. Get a girl with the same pace as me. It's just addictive, especially like ADHD. I can't just do a program like lightly. Like, you know, like those married couples who like do episode a night. I'm like, no, I must watch all 10 episodes in the space of 2 hours. But one of my greatest fears is being like asked, you know, the letterbox thing. Where it's
Yeah.
like, what are your favourite films? Why are everyone's films so like artsy and like from the 1980s? I literally refuse to watch film past 2000s.
So out of interest, when do you, I guess you know when you're going to be asked this on the VMAs red carpet.
Shit, I can't. I need to prepare for this.
Well, what's your answer? If I ask you right now, just 3, 2, 1, I'm going to count down. You just have to tell me the films that come to mind. 3, 2, 1.
Can I just say my favourite film? Because that's all I've got currently.
Okay.
The Intern.
Okay, is Anne Hathaway in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and is it like an old man
I
vibe?
basically love Anne Hathaway exclusives.
So you've got The Intern. Do you have anything else?
Devil Wears Prada, The Princess Diaries.
Taste. Okay, so far this is taste. It's just a lot of Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that.
What's your favourite film?
Mine is kind of boring. It's basic, but
What is she going to say?
Love Actually.
Oh, that's not boring and basic.
Do you not think so?
But it feels a bit illegal to watch Love Actually outside of Christmas time.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm excited for Christmas time so I can lock back in.
Cousins, tell us what would be on your list boxes. Is that what it is called?
Yeah, tell us what would be your
But
box for.
only unhinged films, please. Like, we only want, like, your deepest and darkest of secrets.
Yeah.
Like, that you're actually ashamed.
Yeah, don't tell us your trendy ones. Tell us what you would actually put.
Yeah.
But you would never admit. That's a
And,
good
like,
one.
I want, like, the nichest, craziest of throwbacks.
Yeah,
Like, give me Ratatouille. Like, that's so fine. Give me, like,
Ratatouille actually is great.
give me Flushed Away.
Oh, love.
But yeah, in general, we love a rock day, and sometimes it's really needed.
Well, cousins, I feel like maybe there's so much to say here that we should just do a part 2 another time. Because we're going to have to start wrapping up. We can't take up your whole evening. As much as I know you wish we could.
Well, it's going to be their morning.
True, their whole mornings.
Yeah.
Isn't it so cute when you see comments that are like, I'm listening to you on my drive to work?
I'm not even awake.
Yeah, that's so real. I'm up being like, check my comments, make sure everything's gone live. Ellen, dead to this world.
No, it's a bit like with my Do Not Disturb. I just like to see.
forgot
It's
about
like a little serotonin boost when I see like all the comments. I'm like, yippee.
Well, to wrap us up, shall I read out some of my favourite comments from recent times?
Yeah.
There was a comment that said from Annabelle, seriously love this podcast so much. It's the only thing that's getting through the weight of MP3. Thank you, Maisie, for bringing Ellen into our lives. Funniest girl alive.
Stop it.
What do you have to say to Annabelle?
That's really nice, Annabelle. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm like a kid who's like
Yeah,
got a present
literally.
and sending their thank you cards.
Well, you get all of the comments are about Ellen. Can I just say? I mean, we have talked about this before, but they are. I honestly think that you could divide them up. It would be 90% about Ellen.
Queen, as someone with neurodivergence, I might have my flaws, but they are my superpowers.
So true, and you shine so bright.
Yeah, like this is whenever I get messages about people being like ADHD and like worried about like new jobs and things like that, and I'm just like, thing is though, people know we're there, and like we make a big impact on the world, and you know, we shine very bright, but then need a lot of time to repower again. But that's just because when we shine bright, we shine really bright.
That's actually so sweet.
So you see me shining bright, but it takes me about 4 rot days
To shine this bright. Okay, Ellie has said, Ellen needs a foodie Insta. Her food sounds amazing. I'd love to see what she makes. One of my favorite parts of the podcast. And Padme went, second this.
Oh my God, guys. And this is like so me being, and I know I can't blame everything on my ADHD, but I think I really want to share the cousins, my pickled red onions recipe. But I think we've decided that I'm going to speak out the recipe and Maisie's going to write it down.
Yep. And we are going to do this in the near future. So don't you worry.
Maybe like I should wait, and like when Maisie releases her EP, I can release like my EP but recipes. Like I can release 5 recipes when you release 5. Well, you're not doing an EP,
so yeah, that would be an immediate issue there. But...
Oh my God! Why don't, as part of the campaign launch for your album, I do as many recipes
as there are
songs.
You could do a recipe for each song, like specific to the song.
I'd need to listen to the lyrics for that.
Yeah, you need to actually know what they're about.
Oh my God, that would be so cute. And I'm sure that would really help support you as a small artist.
I think so. I think every little helps.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. Maybe I could release a PDF.
Queen, you can release a PDF.
Guys, would anyone like download it?
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Okay.
Last comment. This is from Faith. She says, love Ellen's boyfriend's mum's voice notes, the honorary 3rd host of the podcast.
Thing is, she loves it. Like, she actually loves it.
Do you think she's listening right now?
I think she is. And it's also big news because, as you guys would have gotten to know, my boyfriend's father He has just set up his Instagram for the first time. He's officially on Insta. And my favorite part is, you know, I'm gonna give the man his privacy. I won't reveal his name, but his profile picture is of like the hair is everything t-shirt.
Oh, it's his claim to fame.
It's his personal brand.
No, and it is his personal brand, much like it's ours. On that note, Ellen, I would normally say, what are we having for dinner? But I have to skedaddle immediately because I've got to go get ready for the shoot.
I know. Are you driving down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to have a lonely dinner.
Oh, Queen, where's your boyfriend? He's at football.
He's at football.
He'll be back
the
soon.
cuties are playing as we speak.
Oh, good luck. Everyone, if we could have another moment of silence, just wishing luck for the cuties. This is going to be their season. You've heard it here first.
They'd have played by the time this comes out. But yeah, our belief and our hope is going to have to carry them through.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be enough.
I'm hoping that they haven't lost by more than 5. That's my manifestation.
I'm hoping they haven't lost more than like 3.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that the people they have lost to are over the age of 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
But real talk is I've got a pack of chicken that's about to go off. So
You've got a what?
I've got a pack of chicken. I've got a
Pack
whole lot
of
of thigh
chicken?
in my fridge.
What do you mean you've got to pack a chicken?
No, I've got a whole pack of chicken.
Oh, I thought you meant you've got to pack it like in a
No,
bag.
I'm gonna probably do some chicken thing. Might make a pad thai because Maisie doesn't like my pad thais.
Another argument on Twinhood, can it be? The one where they fight.
But I will say I think Maisie's officially gonna put me on a spices ban. Because basically, if I do a new recipe I see and it involves a new spice, I just have to buy the spice. And now, like, you know, I'm a creative when it comes to cooking. So, like, I am going to do all the new recipes. But
Our kitchen is now more spices than kitchen.
I've got sumac and za'atar coming this week.
I mean, honestly, go crazy and I benefit from it. But we're going to run out of bloody
And
space soon, Queen.
this
She
is-
wanted me to buy her a massive spice rack. I Googled, I researched, I went, Ellen, there are no spice racks.
Guys,
The size that you want.
Why are there not bigger spice racks? It seems like a very normal thing to want. Like, are you telling me that everyone has a bland sense of cooking?
Ellen, I fear that, to quote yourself, this is quite a boring conversation. The size of spice racks.
Well, it matters to me.
No, and it matters to me because it matters to you.
Well, I guess I'll put it on my Christmas list.
Big
Maybe
spice
Father
rack.
Christmas will make me a big spice rack. It reminds me, sorry, brief thing. It reminds me of when we were like 12 and like, this is just giving the most like, oh my God, you are so neurodivergent. How did I ever not know? I asked for Christmas for a fruit hat. Do you remember that?
I think Mum made you one.
I don't think I ever got a fruit hat.
I think she made
I
you
don't
one.
think I did. When I say fruit hat, like I mean a hat of edible fruit.
I actually completely forgot your. Ellen, I think our mum made you one.
I think
This is going to have to be the message now once this is over.
I think you gave me a voucher that said you can redeem this for one
fruit hat.
And I don't think I ever got my fruit hat.
Me, even back in the day, trying to make your dreams come true.
So
8
guys,
years
can we
old.
get on Maisie? Now she's a big time pop star. Like I would, I
Ellen
think it's
wants a fruit hat.
honestly most normal kids being like, "Can I have a Barbie?" No, I wanted a fruit hat. Period.
Period.
And on that note,
Thanks for listening.
goodbye.
I mean, to quote Ellen's favourite Sabrina Carpenter song.
Goodbye, and then you're losing me for life. What if we get copyrighted?
I don't think she can tell either. That's her song. That would be so for real. Bye. Goodbye.